Do you get headaches or flushing before your period? Do you react to wine, aged cheese, or leftovers? Do you feel worse around ovulation? Histamine intolerance might be the fertility piece that no one explained to you. Histamine intolerance is not an allergy. It's a clearance problem. Your body produces histamine naturally, and you also consume it in food. The enzyme responsible for breaking down dietary histamine is called DAO, diamine oxidase. When DAO is deficient, either from gut dysbiosis, genetic SNPs in DAO gene, or hormonal disruption, histamine accumulates. And accumulated histamine is a systemic inflammatory state that affects your hormones, your cycle, your fertility in ways that most people never connect. Here's the mechanism that is going to make this click. Estrogen stimulates mast cells to release histamine. Histamine then stimulates your ovaries to produce more estrogen. And here's the critical piece. Estrogen simultaneously suppresses DAO. So the more estrogen rises, the less able your body is to clear the histamine that estrogen is triggering. It's a vicious cycle. Estrogen drives histamine, histamine drives estrogen, and the DAO that would break down the histamine is being actively suppressed by estrogen. This cycle is particularly devastating in estrogen dominance, which is common in PCOS, now known as PMOS, endometriosis, and many women with unexplained infertility. They're already running high estrogen. Now add histamine accumulation on top, and progesterone, which upregulates DAO, is already low in these women. So the clearance enzyme gets even less support. Now, here's the clinical nuance I really want you to hear. Histamine is actually needed for implantation. In physiological amounts, histamine plays a role in the implantation process and supports early pregnancy, which means this is not about eliminating histamine. It's about balance. Too much histamine creates an inflammatory environment that disrupts implantation. But aggressively suppressing histamine with antihistamines also impairs implantation because you're removing something that the body actually needs for that process. The goal is DAO support and histamine balance, not histamine elimination. Many women have genetic SNPs in the DAO gene that reduce their clearance capacity from birth. Supporting DAO function requires riboflavin, also known as B2, calcium, and copper, and DAO enzyme supplementation before high histamine meals. And gut health is critical. Dysbiosis and leaky gut both impair histamine clearance and are disproportionately common in women with endometriosis and PMOS, which compounds the problem. If your symptoms follow a hormonal pattern, worse before your period, worse around ovulation, worse around certain foods, histamine intolerance deserves an investigation. Keep watching because this series has so much more to offer. Comment root cause below if you want the link to my free fertility webinar and an opportunity to work specifically with me.